All right, here we go. WDUN Sports Talk on WDUN TV. Good day, everyone. My name is Judd Higginbotham. That is Morgan Lee over there. He is the sports editor for AccessNorthGA.com. You're seeing him. Look into those eyes. You see the summertime Morgan Lee taking over. Am I about right on that?
Yeah, just about. We've got one more local high school event that has to get finished up being covered here. But other than that, it's how should I say, relaxing kind of Morgan coming to the fore here.
You mean you don't go to the summer camps for the different schools and see what's going on?
I mean, I'll start going to 7-on-7 camps and things like that eventually. But no, June is kind of my off month.
When does 7-on-7 camp start?
Those will be soon. June's kind of it'll be July really.
Oh, really?
Yeah, late June there might be a few, but most of it's July.
All right, excellent. So here we go. So in the next couple of weeks, Morgan Lee will be. Who knows? I don't know what he does on his time off, and it's better if I don't know. Actually,
this year it'll be.
Oh yeah, it'll be fresh new baby,
changing diapers, etc.
That's right, exactly. All right, we do have one more baseball team to talk about because the Buford Wolves are playing for a state championship. We've said that a lot through the years, and we'll say it once again. As far as baseball championships concerned, is this historically, how does this rank as far as Wolves baseball is concerned?
Well, they've only got one previously, and that was in 1977, so this would be huge. They haven't played for one since 1978. So, and funny enough, there's a little story up on Access right now, just a Q&A with Coach Tony Wolf, Buford's head coach, and he played at Gainesville and won a state title in baseball in 78. And Buford won theirs in 77, and now he's trying to lead Buford to another one, so it kind of dovetailed pretty nicely.
Yeah, that does dovetail pretty nicely. So nice. So Tony Wolf's trying to get this thing. His team's playing amazingly good baseball right now. They sweep Appling County 3-1 and 6-1 in the state semifinals, and they're dominating teams. They haven't lost so far in the postseason. They're putting up a lot of runs, and we talked about their pitching. Their pitching has been great through the first 8 games of the playoffs, too.
Yeah, they've only allowed 16 runs in 8 games, and I don't know that they've had to go to reliever yet.
Wow. Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Or even if they only had once or twice, that's just...
Yeah, maybe the first game of the quarterfinal series against Pierce County, but no, Josh Hedinger and Sam Clay and I'm blanking on the other kid's name.
And Burnett.
Burnett, thank you, Jake Burnett, who the two seniors, Burnett and Hedinger, who are both heading to Georgia Tech, they've been, and Clay really for that matter too, have been almost untouchable all season, and that gives you just such a huge advantage when you've got 3 guys, in a best of 3 series. It's we talked about White County with their 2 great pitchers going to Georgia, but if you could get to the third guy, you had a chance. Well, if you get to the third guy against Buford, it's just as tough as the first 2 guys. So it's not like anybody gets a leg up against the Wolves, no matter who they face.
Yeah. So Buford has outscored their opponents 82-16 through the first 8 games of the playoffs. They're undefeated in the playoffs, and now last week with Appling County, we played the geographical game that all the kids are playing, name that county, or find that county on a map, whatever, however you want to do it. Appling County, we found that one on a map. Do we know where Pike County is?
It's a little.
That's a no right there.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Yeah, exactly. It's a little bit closer. Certainly not nearly as far away as Appling and Pierce counties were. But off the top of my head, no, I don't know exactly where it is. But
stumped him. Yes. All right. Very good.
My middle to South Georgia geography is just not what it should be.
I know. You're exactly right. All right. We'll talk a little about Pike County because we know some things about this team. They're very good, obviously, to make the state championship. Buford has a little bit of history against them, and so far in these playoffs, Pike County has some history with 6AA too.
Yeah, they've actually knocked off 2 teams from 6AA already. They took out Blessed Trinity in a real barn burner in the quarterfinals, 2-1, and then they took out Lovett, who finished 3rd in 6AA. And 2-1 in the semifinals, so they're going to be matching up against their 3rd straight 6AA team. Had talked to Coach Wolf yesterday, and he was, pretty certain when he saw the quarterfinal or when he saw the bracket period that it was going to be Pike and Blessed Trinity playing in the quarterfinals, and that if Buford made it to the championship series, it was going to be the winner of that series that they'd probably face.
Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I just said both those teams were that good, and of course, they played Pike County last year, got swept out in the second round of the playoffs, so obviously some revenge on their minds, but. that'll all take a backseat once they get going because they're both really good teams and everybody's going to have to be at their best.
Yeah, and I think the numbers kind of suggest that Buford maybe has the upper hand. You talked about the pitching, how good it is. Pike County, it looks like they've given up over 50 runs so far in the playoffs, 52, I believe. So it sounds like they try to outscore some guys, and I think to beat guys like Hettinger, like Burnett, you have to have a really, really good offense. Maybe Pike County has that, but you kind of hedge your bets toward Buford in this thing, I would think, because of that pitching.
Yeah, I mean, I think with the way that Buford is playing right now, especially, they just seem to be not only getting the best out of their players, but they just seem to be so confident as a team, and the momentum is just so strong. I mean, I'm not saying that it couldn't happen, but I would, like you said, I mean, you definitely have to give the edge to Buford, I think.
Yep, and that game will be at Buford. Right?
Yes.
At Buford. Both games, Saturday doubleheader.
Starting at 4.
Right, and then if they got to play again, they're going to play on Memorial Day.
Yeah, on Monday, again at 4 o'clock.
Okay, there you go. So good luck to the Buford Wolves baseball team. It's been a great run this year for Buford. It's been a great run over the last, decade or so. But no, talk a little bit about what Buford's been able to do all the way through. We covered the basketball team making it to the Final Four, and that they didn't even win a state championship there. But that's something I think people remember from the winter. But a lot of state championships in a whole bunch of different sports.
Well, yeah, I mean this season alone, they've already got 3 team titles. One in football, which was their 4th in a row. One in softball, which was their 4th in a row. One in girls basketball, which was their 3rd in a row. As you said, the boys team played in the Final Four. They've got 2 individual state titles. C.J. Moore won the 100 meters in AA, and they've got Chip Ness won the state title at 152 pounds in wrestling. And they had several teams, finish in the top 4, top 5.
Volleyball team didn't do bad either.
Yeah, volleyball team got to state. It's been an incredible year. All around for an athletic department that's used to having incredible years. I think this one, without a doubt, tops them all so far. And if they win that 4th one, I think this will go down certainly as one of the best in North Georgia history, if not GHSA history.
Have you talked to anybody about the historical, what's happening?
Yeah, I mean, I was just going to say, I've talked to some folks at Buford, and nobody could remember off the top of their heads whether someone's had a better year within the state, but just doing some quick research on the old internets, I did discover Wesleyan in 2009 won 6 state titles.
Wow.
And then in 2010 they won 4 and then had 4 runners up. So, it's been done. I don't know, looking at what Wesleyan did it in, if it's quite as impressive, especially the 2009. Well, I mean, baseball, boys cross country, girls basketball, girls golf, volleyball, and girls track.
Yeah.
You can never sniff at anything, but you don't see. You don't. I guess. Let's just be honest here. We don't see football right there. Even though they did win a state title in football in 2008, but 2009 they didn't. And that let's be honest. This part of the world, this part of the nation, that means a hell heck of a lot. So.
Yeah, you're exactly right. But the thing is that Buford football. Everybody knows Buford football, and people know girls basketball and how good they are. At least a lot of people do. But it's the different sports that really is pretty amazing. It's not like a whole bunch of track state championships or like this, this kind of thing. It's all over the place with Buford.
Yeah, it is. Every single one of their programs is quality. I mean, even the ones that don't make state. I mean, you look at their soccer teams who, neither one of them made the state tournament this year, but a lot of that is because of the region that they're playing in. If you'd put their teams, I would venture to say, in any other AA region in the state, not only would they make the state tournament, there's a good chance they would have won those regions. They're playing in the same region right now with teams like Lovett, Greater Atlanta Christian, Blessed Trinity, the private school Atlanta powerhouses, especially in spring sports. I mean, they had a good tennis team, didn't make it to state. I mean, their golf team's done pretty decent. There is not one just bad program in that entire athletic department, and for years I've said that Dexter Wood is one of the most professional and best guys in the business to deal with from a media standpoint. But it's pretty clear that he also knows what he's doing as far as leading an athletic department, not just being the mouthpiece, but actually going and finding the right people to lead these teams and giving them what they need to be successful.
Yeah, you're right. And you bring up a good point. 6AA has a lot of really good schools in it, like GAC, like Lovett, that are good. They're the Karl Malone to to Buford's Michael Jordan. How many championships could they win if Buford wasn't around?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's kind of how it goes. But you bring up Dexter Wood with all the stuff, all the numbers for Buford. Dexter Wood's a pretty cool guy as well. So,
absolutely, great guy.
Yeah, and he knows exactly what he's doing. He's got a good head on his shoulder. So good luck to Buford this weekend. Try to bring home another state championship. All right, we'll take a break. Speaking of championships, there is a college softball team we mentioned last week that is going to be going for a championship as well. WDUN Sports Talk on WDUN TV continues after this.
Hi folks, Butch Miller from Milton Martin Honda in Gainesville, and why you should get your next new car at Milton Martin Honda. First, a fantastic selection. We bought extra cars, so now we have the largest inventory in the area. Next, an incredibly low price. Plus, we'll give you more for your trade. Third, we'll treat you the way you like to be treated. Those three things combined, we call the Milton Martin Honda Advantage. So remember folks, if you think you can get a better deal on a better car at Milton Martin Honda in Gainesville, you got that right.
At Riverside Pharmacy, if you have questions, they have answers. If you don't have time, they won't make you wait. If you need special items, Riverside Pharmacy can order them. They want to be your pharmacy, and that's what sets them apart. Service. And just inside Riverside is the Gift Nook, where you'll find more great service in a new line of beautiful wall plaques and great colorful bags. Shop the Gift Nook in Riverside Pharmacy in the old Sherwin-Williams building on Green Street.
At the offices of Dr. Norman Peets, DDS on Green Street in Gainesville, patients have all their general dentistry needs explained. Ask about sedation dentistry. Dr. Peets' team of professionals puts you at ease. Dedicated, experienced, professional. He's Gainesville's family dentist. Dr. Norman Peets, 615 Green Street in Gainesville.
Run it on here on WDUN Sports Talk. All right, so congratulations to you, Mr. UGA superfan number one. Hines Ward wins Dancing with the Stars.
I didn't see a single second of it, but congratulations to one of my all-time favorites, Mr. Everything. On several teams that weren't very good, he was all we had, and I mean, he was one of those guys that you could, literally got the living, what beat out of him a number of times and just kept coming. Yeah, exactly. So congratulations to Hines Ward, and congratulations to his dancer as well, the girl he's dancing with. All right, let's talk. Let's go college here. As far as the softball is concerned, we talked about North Georgia College and what they've been able to do, and now it's the third straight year they're going to make it to the College World Series. They come back after losing game one. They won two straight against Lenore Rhine, so they're right back into the thick of things, and that's a sweet little program over the last few years. Yeah, 3 straight years now of going to the Division II softball College World Series. That's a mouthful. Yep. But and they came within a game of doing it 3 years or 4 years ago, I guess you'd say, the 2008 season. So they have really started to build a true dynasty there, at least as far as getting to the College World Series. They want to take that extra step, of course, and win it. But they're also the kind of program that you go up and talk to them. If they don't win it, as long as they go out and give everything they've got, and they come up short, they can live with that. And everybody kind of expected them to go up there and win it last year, and they did come up short. They were 51-0 at one point last season and didn't win a national title. Obviously they were disappointed not to win it, but it wasn't the end-all be-all. This year they're 52-10, going up there, ranked number 2. So obviously everybody expects them to at least be in the mix. They lost the first game of that Super Regional to Lenore Rhine, and instead of panicking, they just came right back, won 2 straight games on Saturday, and got right back in it. So it's going to be interesting to watch. Their first game is on Thursday. I think it's 5 o'clock.
Yep. In Salem, Virginia.
Salem, Virginia.
Yes.
So if you've been up there for any G-Brave stuff, do the Tides play out? No, they're in Norfolk.
Yeah, they're in Norfolk, which is an interesting area in and of itself. Yeah. But no, never been to Salem.
Yeah, me neither.
No, but it is very interesting because they really have built a program there, and I guess it's like any sport. Once you start winning, you can get some really good players to kind of come in. Is that kind of the sense you get, having gone in there and talked to those?
Yeah, absolutely. I talked to Coach Mike Davenport last week for a feature story, and I asked him. Obviously, that very question. Just it seems like everybody has gotten to know North Georgia softball, and he was saying, if we do our job right, I think his actual response was, if I do my job right, they will. And for him, it's not just about winning; it's about winning the right way. As he said, I guess trying to have some excitement about the program, not just being dull and grinding out wins. And they don't really do that. They've got some great pitching. They've got fast pitch softball is about getting on the bases and moving quickly,
right?
And they do that. And their top pitcher this year, like I said, Jessica Cohn. I mean, she transferred in from Georgia Tech. So if you can lure, it's not like she wasn't a star at Georgia Tech, but still someone who was on a Division I team, and you can say, hey, you can come up here and be a star at Division II. And have the chutzpah to pull that off,
right?
That says a lot about your program.
Yeah, it really does, and it's a very good program. And good luck to North Georgia on Thursday at 5:00 going for College World Series title. Let's stay in the whole college realm. Georgia Tech men's basketball. They lost a scholarship. I guess the latest academic progress rate thing came out, and basically, the numbers went up from last year to this year for Georgia Tech, but overall they're still below what they should be because they go back 5 or 6 years. Are you all right with this kind of thing, where they take academic progress and you could lose scholarships because of it?
I
don't have a problem. But me personally, I don't really have a problem with it. I mean, I think they kind of need to go hand in hand. I would think, right?
I don't have a problem with the NCAA doing that. What I do have a problem with is their kind of duplicitous nature and all things academic. You can take away a scholarship for this, but yet you can have a coach completely lie to your face, and we'll see how that comes out with the whole Jim Tressel situation.
That's a good point. Yeah,
but it seems like if you're going to be hard in one thing, you need to be consistent and have standards, and it seems the NCAA for all of us looking on the outside looking in, well, maybe not all of us, Auburn fans probably okay with the NCAA right now, but
yes, you're right.
No, I'm just kidding. Allegedly,
right?
Anyway, no, it just seems that there is not a lot of uniformity, and that I think is what's made the NCAA or made us on the outside, doubt the NCAA's sincerity and legitimacy, frankly.
Yeah,
in a lot of areas.
The NFL is a completely other spectrum, wouldn't you say? I mean, it's like they come down with the iron fist on everything, but you know where you stand with the NFL.
Yeah.
A player knows if something happens, a coach knows if something happens, you're going to get fined, whatever's going to happen.
Yeah, you're going to go before the commissioner, and you're going to you're going to get hit.
Right.
It just seems so strange that what happens for one doesn't happen for the other in the NCAA, and so much of it because they don't come out and publish a lot of what they discuss. There's not a lot of transparency, so therefore when people don't see how these rulings are made, automatically that's when people start to think, well, they're favoring a program or they're against this program. And in this day and age, you would just think it would be smart of them to I don't know, just make everything as transparent as possible.
Yeah, I think that would be the best move. By the way, just looking at the numbers for the academic progress rate in the ACC, one school tops in football and basketball the highest grades. Would you like to guess which school that is?
Wake?
No, as a matter of fact, not. It's the Dukies. Yes. So
I would figure smaller. Wake's a little bit smaller school, so it would have a little easier, but. Fair enough.
Yeah, exactly. But no, Georgia Tech basketball dead last behind Florida State and Clemson. Are you kidding me?
Eesh.
That's embarrassing. All right, more after this. WDUN Sports Talk on WDUN TV. Just kidding, like with the Auburn fans. Jeez.
Hi folks, Butch Miller from Milton Martin Honda in Gainesville, and why you should get your next new car at Milton Martin Honda. First, a fantastic selection. We bought extra cars, so now we have the largest inventory in the area. Next, an incredibly low price. Plus, we'll give you more for your trade. Third, we'll treat you the way you like to be treated. Those three things combined, we call a Milton Martin Honda Advantage. So remember folks, if you think you can get a better deal on a better car at Milton Martin Honda in Gainesville, you got that right.
At Riverside Pharmacy, if you have questions, they have answers. If you don't have time, they won't make you wait. If you need special items, Riverside Pharmacy can order them. They want to be your pharmacy, and that's what sets them apart. Service. And just inside Riverside is the Gift Nook. where you'll find more great service in a new line of beautiful wall plaques and great colorful bags. Shop the Gift Nook and Riverside Pharmacy in the old Sherwin-Williams building on Green Street.
At the offices of Dr. Norman Peets, DDS on Green Street in Gainesville, patients have all their general dentistry needs explained. Ask about sedation dentistry. Dr. Peets' team of professionals puts you at ease. Dedicated, experienced, professional. He's Gainesville's family dentist. Dr. Norman Peets, 615 Green Street in Gainesville.
All right, welcome back. WDUN Sports Talk on WDUN TV. Wrapping things up for another week. Morgan Lee over there, he's AccessNorthGA.com's sports editor. He's also the biggest soccer fan I know. So congratulations, I guess. Your team's Manchester United. Man United, as they say.
No, Manchester United.
Okay.
Or just United.
You don't call them Man United? I thought people called them
Well, you can call Man United, but it's a little bit frowned on, and never say Man U.
Man U?
Yeah,
I wouldn't
never,
say that.
never say that.
All right, that's all right. They had I'm going to give you a minute or two. You can talk about your soccer.
19 times English First Division champions this past weekend, which is a record, knocking Liverpool off their perch.
So you're like they're like the Yankees. They're like the Cowboys. That's who you root for?
Yeah, but not really.
Gross.
Because we've had so many years of being down, and we had past glory. And plus, I mean, we just play with a lot of flair and excitement and panache, and we're certainly, I would say Liverpool are more like the Yankees.
Panache?
Yeah.
Is that the same as cockiness?
No, just say flair.
Okay, a little Ric Flair. Okay, and so then coming up, they're playing Barcelona for something. What are they doing on Saturday?
What's basically referred to as the European Cup final. It's the Champions League final, but should be a big. Hopefully, it'll be a great game. Barcelona, frankly, the best team in the world. Mm-hmm. I don't know that we've got a shot, but it'll be fun to watch, and I'm excited that we even have a chance. So we've played our way into this thing, and like I said, Barça has got
Barça.
Yeah, they've got some incredible players, including Messi, and I just hope we go at them hammer and tongs and play some real attacking stuff and don't just sit back and try to play defensive. But I bet we will. So I don't know. I'm gonna enjoy it either way. Even if we lose, we're not supposed to beat Barcelona. So if we lose, no big deal. If we win, one of the greatest ever wins.
You lost me when you said their best player's named Messi.
Yeah,
that's just what
Lionel Messi. Well,
oh, okay.
He's probably about the size of Scott in there, but he's and like the ball's glued to his feet. It's ridiculous.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, very good. And do you watch these soccer matches with the jersey on, with one of the scarf things? What do you do?
I don't usually wear the jersey. I've got some T-shirts that I wear, but jerseys are a bit expensive, frankly.
Okay. Very good. Well, enjoy that this weekend. Jeff Hart's going to be covering Buford baseball, so good luck to the Wolves, and you can check out Access.
Good luck for anybody sitting in the press box with Jeff Hart.
Absolutely. Don't sit right next to him. He will talk your ear off, but that's perfectly fine. All right, that's going to do it for us. Our thanks to Mr. Scott McIntyre. Yes, he pushes the buttons, and he will work at your birthday party or your bar mitzvah. I don't know, whatever you need. Morgan, have yourself a great weekend.
I appreciate it.
All right, and we will talk to you next week. Good luck to the Wolves. Good luck to North Georgia College softball team as well. That will do it. We'll talk to you next week. WDUN Sports Talk on WDUN TV. Check us out, youtube.com. See you next week.